You're quiet tonight." Leah tucked her hair behind her ear, her fingers trembling just slightly. "I'm always quiet," I said, keeping my hands on the steering wheel. "But you're quieter." She looked out the window. We fought again. He said I'm dramatic, that I make up problems to feel important. I didn't respond right away. She turned toward me. "Do you think I'm like that?" "No," I said. "I think you feel too much. And he doesn't know how to handle that." Her eyes filled. "He used to. In the beginning, he was different. Now, I feel like I'm talking to a wall." I parked the car by the lake, headlights off. It was almost 2 a.m., the same lake she always wanted to see when life got heavy. She exhaled. "I don't know why I'm telling you this. I should go home." "You don't want to?" I said quietly. "No, I don't." She leaned back, her voice cracking. "Sometimes I wish he'd just hit me. At least then I'd have a reason to leave." "Leah, I didn't mean that." "God, I didn't." Her voice broke. "I hate feeling invisible." I stared at the dark water. "You're not invisible to me." She didn't answer, just cried into her hands. That soft, choking kind of cry that people do when they're trying not to make noise. I reached for the glove compartment and pulled out the tissues I kept there for nights like this. She took them, wiping her eyes. "You'll always know." "No," I said. "I just pay attention." She looked at me, really looked. "Why can't he be like you?" I didn't know what to say. I never did when she asked things like that. "He's your husband, and you're my what? My friend? My emotional crutch?" She laughed bitterly. "Maybe I'm the villain here. You're not the villain." She shook her head. "He tells me I'm selfish, that I create drama because I'm bored. But you never make me feel stupid, because you're not. Why are you so good to me?" "Because I care." There was a pause. She turned away again. "I haven't felt wanted in a long time," she said. "But when I'm with you, I feel safe." "Then stay." "Stay where?" "Here with me. You know I can't." "Why not?" "Because I made vows. Because people would talk. Because he owns the house, the bank account, everything." "Then what are we doing?" "I don't know." Her voice cracked again. "But when I'm with you, I feel like I exist. Like someone's actually looking at me. I am." Silence filled the car, and she whispered, "Have you ever been in love with someone you couldn't have?" I hesitated. "I think I am right now." Shh. She let out a small, painful laugh. "Don't say that." "Why not?" "Because it makes it real. And I can't afford for this to be real. I already live like it is." Her head dropped back against the seat. "Not strong like you. Don't put me on a pedestal. You deserve someone who's free. I want you." She looked at me broken. "Shouldn't, but I do." She closed her eyes. "What if I said I wanted to leave him? Then I'd be here, waiting. And if I didn't, I'd still be here, hurting." A tear rolled down her cheek. "You make it sound so simple." "It is. You just make it complicated." She flinched. "Not fair. Neither is what you're doing to me. I didn't ask you to fall for me. But you let me?" She stared out the window again. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "He hasn't touched me in months. He comes home late, barely looks at me. I don't know what I'm even holding on to anymore. Fear, maybe, or guilt, or both." Turned her body toward me. "You ever wonder what life would have been like if we met first? I think about it every damn day." She leaned in just slightly. Not a kiss, not quite. But close enough. Her breath was shaky. "You scare me, Ethan?" "Why?" "Because I could fall for you too. But what if I break you? You already have." She pulled back, guilt in her eyes. "Then I should go." I didn't stop her. She opened the door, paused, and turned back to me. "You're the only one who really sees me." And just like that, she shut the door and disappeared into the dark. And I sat there in the silence, stupid enough to believe that was enough. Asterisk, can you grab Ty again? Same place, Leah texted. Extra chilly, I replied. Always, it was our thing. Every Thursday. Like clockwork, her phone buzzed on the passenger seat just as I turned into the restaurant's parking lot. I glanced at the screen, her husband's name. Mark, it rang again. I hesitated, then I picked it up. Hello? Silence? Then laughter. Low, mocking. You're not her. I gripped the steering wheel. Is this? You know damn well who. This is, the man said. I'm the guy who owns the house she keeps sneaking away from. Mark. My chest tightened. She's not. She's with you, right? He cut in. She'll tell you she's stuck? It's unhappy? That I'm some kind of monster? I stayed silent. She'd ever mention how she cried the same way to her last little emotional support puppy? Or are you the first idiot to think you're special? But her on the phone, I said. He laughed again. Nah, she's getting dressed. Thought she left her phone? Guess not. What the hell do you want, too? Thank you, what? For babysitting my wife? I blinked. You're joking. She's not gonna leave me, man. She never was. You really thought she was? You picked up her dinner, didn't you? That's sweet. I felt the blood drain from my face. She's good at it, he continued. The tears, the shaking voice, the way she makes you feel like a goddamn hero. Shut up. You're angry. I get it. You thought she was different with you? You thought this was a love story? Used her, I said. You broke her. Oh no, he chuckled. She's always been broken. Just didn't try. To fix her, she told me she was scared of you. Of course she did, he said. How else was she going to keep you around? I couldn't breathe. 3 years. 3 years I should have known, I whispered. Don't feel bad, he said. She's really good at playing damaged. Makes guys like you feel needed. You don't love her. You love saving her. Shut your mouth. You gonna cry now? He mocked. She cries real pretty, doesn't she? Click. The line went dead. I sat there, phone still in my hand, staring out the windshield. The food was ready 10 minutes later. I didn't go inside. Didn't text her back. Didn't move. I just sat there. In the dark, listening to the silent scream. When my phone buzzed again, it was her name. I didn't answer. Again and again. Are you okay? Where are you? Please say something. Another call, then another. I let them all ring. My hands shook. My throat burned. I scrolled up through our thread. Hundreds of messages. Jokes, songs, photos, promises, lies. I threw my phone on the dash and started the car. Halfway down the block, I turned around. Back toward her place. But I didn't stop. I drove past her street. Past everything. I just kept going. Let the city blur around me. One red light. Then another. Then my phone buzzed again. This time, voicemail. I shouldn't have played it, but I did. Ethan, her voice cracked. Where are you? I didn't mean for any of this. He wasn't supposed to just call me, okay, please? Another one came in. I don't know what he told you, but it's not true. He's lying. He always lies, you know me? You know my heart? Don't shut me out, please. I slammed the brakes, pulled over, stared at the steering wheel. I knew her. Heart, did I? 3 years? And she never once said she'd leave him. Not really. 3 years. And every time I asked, she said, someday. Someday never came, but dinner orders did. Movie nights, late night talks, tears in my car. I was her safety net, not her choice. And now I was just a number in her call log. I deleted her number, blocked it, deleted our thread. Every photo. Memory gone, but the ache stayed. And that final voice in my head, his. She cries real pretty, doesn't she? My phone buzzed again. 1:43 a.m. Leah, please, just talk to me. I didn't. I lay there staring at the ceiling, arms frozen over my chest. Breath stuck somewhere between anger and emptiness. Buzz, Leah. He lied. Ethan, I swear. Buzz, Dahlia. I love you. I've always loved you. I tossed the phone onto the floor. I didn't cry. I didn't move. I just stared until the dark room turned blue with morning. When my alarm went off at 6, I didn't hit snooze. I stood up, picked up the phone, opened our thread and deleted everything. Messages, photos, voice notes, gone. Then her contact. I didn't block her, not yet. I needed one more reason. I walked to the kitchen, turned on the kettle. I stared at the steam rising like something trying to escape. And maybe that was me. By 7, I was in my car. By 8, I was sitting in the break room at work, hands shaking over a cup of burnt coffee. Brandon looked over. "You good, man? I'm quitting." He blinked. "Wait, what?" "I'm done. This job, this city, this phase of my life." "You hit your head or something?" "No." "Then what happened?" "She happened." He leaned forward. "Leah." I looked at him, just looked. He sat back slowly. Damn, I stood up. "Tell Carla she can have my desk." "You're serious?" "I'm done being her background." "Wait, are you okay?" "But I will be." I didn't pack anything from the office. Didn't clear out my drawer. I left everything, didn't care to carry, and drove home. The apartment was too quiet. I walked straight to the closet, pulled out the shoebox. Photos. Concert. Stubbs notes that scarf she left once and said she'd accidentally forgotten. I took it all outside, lit a match, watched it burn. The flame didn't roar. It is smoldered. Just like me. My phone buzzed again. Unknown Caleri. Let it ring, then blocked the number. The silence afterward was heavy. I walked back in, shut the door, closed the blinds, and sat on the floor for hours. By the time the sun dipped again, I still hadn't eaten. Didn't care. Then came the knocking. Soft at first, then louder. I didn't move, Ethan. Her voice cracked. Still, I stayed still. The knocking continued. Louder, more desperate. "Please open the door. Please. I'm not leaving until you do." I sat there, eyes on the curtain. "Ethan, I can explain." "No, you can't. I didn't know he'd call you. He wasn't supposed to be back until next week, so it was all timed." "He's sick, Ethan. He gets into my phone. He reads my stuff." "Then why didn't you tell me?" "I never lied to you." I stood up quietly, slowly. "I love you," she said. "I need you." My hand hovered near the curtain. Her voice broke. "You said you'd always be there. You said you were mine." "I was. I didn't choose him over you. I didn't know how to choose anyone. You did. You chose silence. You don't understand what he does to me. I know what he did to me." The banging slowed. Then her voice dropped into a whisper. "You're not even going to talk to me." "No. I don't know who I am without you, then find out, eh?" Pause. Then footsteps. The hallway door. Gone. I didn't move for a long time. Then I walked to the curtain, peeked through. Dash empty. My chest didn't hurt. It felt hollow. Quiet. I pulled out my phone. One final message had come through LEAH. "I guess you never really loved me." I stared at it. Typed 3 words. "I did. Once, then I blocked her for good. Asterisk, you ever danced." Coach Darren tilted his head at me as I stacked chairs in the back of the studio. "No," I said. "You work at a dance school? I manage the schedule. I take payments. I don't dance." I chuckled. "You look like you forgot how to live, maybe." I did. Heartbreak. I paused. Something like that. He didn't press, just walked away, humming. I liked that about him. No forced conversations. No fake sympathy. Just rhythm and silence. The studio smelled like resin, sweat, and old speakers. The floors creaked in places. The mirrors were cracked on the edges, but it felt clean. Empty, like me. Every day I showed up, unlocked the doors, turned on the lights, swept the floor, watched kids dance, but I didn't speak unless I had to. "Ethan, where's the sign-in sheet?" "On the front desk. Can I switch Thursday to Saturday?" Talk to Darren. It became muscle memory. Numbness on repeat, one day blurred into the next, until her, not Leah. A student, probably 15, maybe 16. I found her sitting on the floor by the exit, legs pulled to her chest, trying to hide the fact she was crying. I should have kept walking, but something made me stop. "You okay?" She jumped, wiping her eyes fast. "I'm fine. You're sitting on the floor, shaking." I said I'm fine. I nodded. "Cool, then I'll just sit too." She frowned as I slid down the wall beside her. You don't dance? Nope. So what do you even do here? Disappear quietly, she snorted. That's weird. Honest, though. She looked at the floor again. I didn't ask what was wrong, didn't want to invade. We sat in silence. After a minute, said it, the first real thing I'd said in weeks. It's okay to feel like you're not okay. Her shoulders dropped. Then I must be really okay. You'd be surprised how many of us are. She didn't respond, but when she got up, she said thanks. And I realized my voice still worked. Later that night, Coach Darren cornered me by the soundboard. You good? Why you spoke today? I shrugged. She needed it, I said. And maybe you did too. I doubt it. He crossed his arms. You think you're invisible? I try to be. You think that makes you strong? I think it makes me safe. Safe is a lie, Ethan. You're not safe. You're just numb. I didn't answer. You've got more fire in you than you think, he said. You're just too scared to burn again. Can someone tighten the lights over stage left? I called out, clipboard in hand. We've got 10 dancers crashing into shadows. Liam jogged over, panting. You're worse than Coach Darren. Then do it right the first time. He rolled his eyes and ran off. I stared at the stage floor, counting steps in my head. Hey, Darren's voice came from behind. You check your phone lately? I didn't even glance up. It's not in a couple hours. Why? Someone messaged the school line. Said, it was personal from a Rachel. So my chest seized. I blinked once. Twice. Then forced a shrug. I don't know any Rachel. Yeah, he held out his phone. She said Mark passed away. Leah's asking about you. The clipboard nearly slipped from my hand. I can delete it, Darren said gently. If you want, no, I muttered. Leave it. You okay, man? I need 5. I left the studio, leaned against the stairwell wall, and stared at the cracked paint. The message echoed in my skull. Mark passed away, Leah asking about me. After all this time, my thumb hovered over my phone. Didn't reply. I couldn't. She found me anyway. Rehearsals were wrapping up when the door creaked open. I knew that. Perfume before I saw her, that soft jasmine scent that used to live on my pillow for weeks. Leah, I said flatly. Her voice trembled. You look different. I aged. You look stronger. Thinner. Are you eating? I didn't answer. She stepped closer. I've missed you. I chuckled. It wasn't warm. Missed me? She blinked. Yes. Us. I've missed us. There was no us, Leah. You were married. To a man who I don't want to hear it. She looked hurt. You don't even know what I was going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say, that he was cruel, that you were trapped, that you thought of me every day. Right? Her hands trembled. Mark was abusive, okay? Broke things, screamed. Once you don't, I said sharply. Don't make me pity you. Don't twist this. It's not pity, she whispered. It's truth. Would have been telling me you were getting married before I found out from someone else. Truth would have been not ghosting me the night. You said you loved me. Tears welled in her eyes. I was scared. It made me feel like a mistake, Leah. Like I was just some phase you grew out of. I never stopped loving you. I stared at her like she was a stranger. Is that why you blocked me when I asked if I'd done something wrong? Is that why you watched me fall apart and never reached out? I wasn't allowed to. You chose. Him? Silence stretched between us like a blade. She stepped closer. I was 22. He had control of everything. My bank account. My phone. I wasn't allowed friends, much less me. Anyone but you, her voice broke. We're always different. Always warm. I looked away. That night, you blocked me. I cried for hours. But I couldn't explain. I couldn't protect you if I did. I scoffed. So you vanished to protect me? That's rich. I swear to God, if I had one moment of safety back then, I would have run to you, and now he's dead. She flinched. And here, you are talking about love, because I meant it. I still do. Did you love him? I feared him. That's not an answer. She dropped her gaze. No, I didn't. Then why stay for 2 years? I didn't know how to leave. I crossed my arms. You knew how to walk away from me. That's not fair. Fair. My voice rose. I grieved you like you died. Stopped talking, eating, dancing. I left my entire life behind because I couldn't breathe in the same city you lived in. Her voice cracked. Then why are you still angry if you didn't love me? I did love you. That's the problem. Her lip quivered. Then please, can we just start over? I stared at Hurt, the woman who once made me believe in forever, who then proved forever was a lie. Can't restart what never started? She blinked. I started something. No, Leah. You started something. And then you ended it without telling me. I was trying to survive, and I was trying to matter. She stepped back, eyes glassy. I didn't come here to fight, then why are you here? I wanted. Her voice faltered. Closure, maybe. Or hope. I stared at the mirror behind her. My own face didn't even look like mine anymore. You want hope? Get therapy. You want closure? Talk to his grave. She gasped softly. That's cruel. I learned it from you. She backed away. I'm sorry, too late. She nodded slowly. Then she turned. But before she walked out, she whispered, he was abusive. I stayed because I was scared. But I always loved you. And I didn't believe a word. Can we talk? I looked up from the lighting sheet. Leah stood in the rehearsal doorway, wearing the same perfume she used to. Or maybe my mind just filled it in. I'm busy, I said flatly, not even blinking. She stepped inside anyway. I'll wait. No need. I'm not here to fight, she said. I need you to hear me. I sighed and dropped the clipboard. Fine, 5 minutes. She sat on the edge of the stage. You cut your hair? Yeah, you look good. Thanks. She fidgeted. Her fingers picked at the edge of her sleeve like she was unraveling the fabric to keep from unraveling herself. I'm sorry, she blurted. I didn't say anything. No, sorry doesn't change anything, she continued. But I've thought about you every single day. Then maybe you should have thought before you picked him. Her eyes welled up. I didn't pick him. I was stuck. No, I said, voice low, steady. You chose him. I was just convenient when things were rough. That's not true. Then, what is? She pulled a folded letter from her bag. I wrote this a year ago. I never sent it. I was scared you wouldn't even read it. I didn't move. Take it, she whispered. No, she blinked. Why? Because I don't need your version of the past. I lived it. Tears rolled down her cheeks. I loved you. I really did. No, you loved control, I said. You loved being adored. You loved having me as backup. You didn't love me, her voice cracked. I was in pain, so was I snapped. But I didn't destroy someone over it. Right. She clutched the letter tighter. I made mistakes. I laughed bitterly. Sleeping with him wasn't a mistake. Lying for a year wasn't a mistake. Blocking me out, then coming back now like we're characters in a drama, that's not a mistake. That's you playing victim. She wiped her face, still trying to keep her voice even. I'm not asking for a relationship. I just want you to understand. I do understand, I said. You lost him. Now you're lonely. So here I am, the safe option. The emotional punching bag. That's not fair. Neither was what you did to me. Silence fell. Only the distant thud of music from the studio echoed. I used to dream about this, she whispered. Finding you again. Lay, saying all the things I never got to. Too late. She stood slowly. I don't expect you to forgive me. I just needed to try. You cried the day I left, I said, but not for me. You cried because your ego took a hit. That's not true. Yes, it is. You knew I loved you more than I loved myself, and you used that. Her voice broke. I didn't know how to love anyone back then, and now, I asked. She took a step forward. Now I'm trying. Please just read the letter. No. Shoulders dropped. Why are you so cold? Because I died, I said. The day I heard him laughing on the phone while you whispered, you loved me, I died. She gasped. You heard that? Every second burned into me, she started, sobbing. Her legs gave out as she sank to the floor. I hate what I did. I hate who I was. Good, I said. Because I hated him too. I hated the person I became, chasing someone who never looked back. She looked up. Do you feel anything? Now I stared at her. Nothing. She sobbed louder. I deserve that. I turned. Picked up my clipboard again. Ethan, please. I'm not yours, I said. Never was. She pressed the letter to her chest like it meant something. To me, it meant nothing. Just words written too late. I'm sorry, she said again. I nodded, not out of kindness, but closure. Goodbye, Leah. I took one step, then another. Lighter than I'd felt in years. You became the man I always wanted, she called out behind me, voice trembling. After I broke you, I stopped, just for a second. Then I smiled, and I kept walking. Asterisk. You always teach like you're somewhere else, Amelia said. I blinked. What? She shrugged, wiping sweat from her neck. You're here, but your eyes, they're not. I'm just focused, she said, shaking her head. Not focus. It's pain. I paused, still clutching my water bottle. I'm fine. I didn't say you weren't, she replied. But there's a difference between fine and finished. What's that supposed to mean? She stepped closer, eyes soft. It means you haven't let go of something. Or someone. I stayed silent. I'm doing a project, she said. About grief. Transformation. Stories that don't end with a bow, but still keep going. And you want mine? She smiled. Only if it's real. It's messy, I muttered. Messy is the point. I'm not interested, I said, picking up my hoodie. Why? Because telling it won't change it, no, she said. But it might change you. I laughed once. What, like therapy? No, like honesty. I turned toward the door. I'm not ready. Okay, she said quietly, but if you ever are, I'll read it. That night, I lay in bed with my laptop open, blank document, cursor blinking, accusing me. I typed, I loved someone who only needed me until he came. Home. I stared. Then I kept typing. I met her when I still believed people meant what they said, I wrote. And I loved her in a way I didn't know how to stop. Line after line spilled out. My fingers didn't pause. She said she'd wait for me, that he was just a phase, that I was different. I was never different. I was convenient. Cooked for her, cried for her, lied to myself for her. Until one day I listened. Die. Kept typing. Pages. Hours. Love shouldn't make you feel disposable. I didn't edit, didn't reread. I just wrote. 1 month later, Amelia ran up to me. After class. It's up. What? Your story? I posted it. You posted it? You told me I could? I said maybe you texted go ahead at 3 a.m. Oh, I had. It's gone viral, she said, eyes wide. Like people are commenting, sharing, thousands. I froze. What did you title it? When they only loved me until someone else showed up. I closed my eyes. There's a comment, she said. I think you should read it. I hesitated, then opened the link. Hundreds of comments. But one stood out. You're telling my story too? Asterisk, you didn't use her name, right? No, I said, adjusting my mic. I never did. The host smiled. It still hit hard. It wasn't about her. It was about me, about getting up after staying down too long. And now your story's everywhere. I gave a small nod. That part still feels unreal. We stood behind the stage curtain, could hear the audience, murmuring, waiting. You ready? The host asked. I took a breath. Always. Tonight, we have someone whose words have reached millions, the host announced. From heartbreak to healing, please welcome applause. Fast, I stepped into the light. My chest was calm. For once, thank you, I said into the mic. I used to think silence protected me. But now I tell my story so it doesn't own me anymore. I scanned the crowd, like I always did. Habit, and then I froze. She was standing in the back row. Red. Eyes. Shaking hands, Leah. I don't remember what. I said for the next few minutes. Autopilot. My fingers clenched around the mic tighter than I meant them to. I looked at her again. She didn't move. She didn't smile. She just watched. Not like before. Not like someone who still had power, but like someone who finally realized what she lost. After the panel, people formed a line to talk. You helped me leave someone toxic. You made me feel seen. I stopped blaming myself. Each word filled me. It didn't overwhelm me because I knew who I was now. And then the crowd shifted. She stepped forward. Close, and not too close. No one else noticed, but I did. I read your story, she whispered. I figured, her voice cracked. I knew it was about me. I didn't use your name. You didn't have to. I crossed my arms. Why are you here, Leah? She swallowed. Because I had to see it for myself. See what you like this? I raised a brow. Like what? Standing, talking, breathing, without me? I've been doing that longer than you. Think her lips trembled. You didn't even look angry. I'm not. Thothert's more. She looked down at the floor. I thought I'd be proud of you, she said quietly. But I just feel small. It's not my doing. She looked up. No, it's mine. Silence. People moved around us. Voices, laughter, applause in another room, but all I heard was her shaky breath. You told the truth, she whispered. I told my truth. I know, she said. And I deserved it. You don't owe me anything, I said. I'm not here for closure, she replied. I'm here because I needed to see the man I couldn't love right. I tilted my head. You didn't love me wrong. You just didn't love me fully, she winced. I wasn't ready, I was. I know. She stepped back like her legs were giving up. I was scared, she said. You still are. Tears slid down her cheek. I thought I'd hate you for exposing me. But I didn't expose you, I said. You exposed yourself the moment you let him answer that phone. Her eyes widened. You remember that? Every word? I panicked. I died. She flinched. I'm sorry, I'm not. That surprised her because if I hadn't broken then, I continued, I'd still be begging now. I never wanted to break you. But you did. She nodded slowly. And you rebuilt. I gave a soft smile. It's better than before. I didn't recognize you at first, she admitted. That's the point. She looked at the stage behind me. People love you now. I love me now. And that's enough. I didn't even hesitate. More than enough. She took another step back. Then I'll go. You don't have to. But I should, she whispered. This was never my space, I said. It's mine now. She nodded, turned, walked away. I didn't stop her. I didn't chase her. I didn't feel anything I expected to. Not pain, not anger, not even sadness, just breath, peace. Amelia walked up beside me, watching her disappear. Was that her? Yeah, she said. Anything. Too much. Amelia gave me a long look. You okay? I nodded. I'm finally okay, she smiled. You danced again today, you know that? I felt it. Amelia bumped my shoulder. She looked shocked. I laughed once. Should be why. I looked out over the empty chairs where she once stood like a ghost from a life I left behind because she broke me. But I rebuilt myself so well, she didn't even recognize me anymore.